Hello guys, and welcome here to the Lyft National Series race here today from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. Today we present to you the first of two Pennzoil 150s on the schedule today. I'm Brian here in the booth with you. Starting on the pole will be Dave Hashey in the number 1. To his outside will be his teammate Riker Faden in the number 7. Of course, this race split. This field is split in half, rather, for this race, and that is due to the fact that we, of course, have a track that only 29 cars can be in the field. I don't know why that is, but that's the way they built it. So you can only have 29 entries. So the top 19 in the points are in this race. The bottom 19 in the points will be in the race in just a couple hours from now, much like you saw with the trucks at Eldora. But of course, there is one race contract driver, and returning to the field after only running in season 1 is Mohammed Zain Abdullah in the number 81. He will be starting up front today. And of course, Mohammed Zain Abdullah, a Cup Series regular, just trying to get some seat time before the Cup race here on the oval tomorrow. Of course, the Cup will not run the road course. They will run the oval tomorrow. So best of luck to Mohammed Zain Abdullah in his only Lyft National Series start of the season. As we get going here, real quickly though, before we start, I do want to apologize that there's no music in the videos and really no starting lineup on the left hand side of the screen like I normally do. I've been just so backed up with work and everything else that I just haven't had time to make graphics, and I just want to get these races out to you guys so that way you guys can watch all the races that we have to offer. So I will maybe look into bringing them back in the future, but right now, just for the sake of getting these races out and getting them recorded, I'm not going to be making any graphics or using any music in these videos going forward. So my apologies for that. But without further delay, let's roll the intro, and when we come back, we will take the green flag here for the Pennzoil 150 at Indy. Your GCN presentation starts right now. Here we go. They're coming up onto the oval part of the track just to dip right back down. We also want to apologize to Zach Fitzwater. He normally joins us on these road courses, but again, because of the sake that I'm trying to get caught up, I just didn't have the time, unfortunately. But he will be back, I believe, at Canadian Tire, so stay tuned for that. As it'll be Dave Hashey, Riker Faden, they'll lead us into the start zone. The green flag is out, we're underway at Indianapolis. Here's where we may see the most passing all day, down into turn 1. And you see there the 4 is going to make it 3 wide, that's Gene Sanford. Oh, they touch, but Gene Sanford will go to the race lead. How's about that? As we head for turns 5 and 6 here. Keep in mind this turn was troublesome in the actual NASCAR race here last weekend. We might see some of the same today, I don't know. Here we go, into the S's. Now the final turns here. Gene Sanford will lead the opening laps. The opening lap, it looks like. Keep in mind, Gene Sanford, no stranger to winning on road courses. Dave Hashey, no stranger to winning here at Indy. So this should be a fun battle today. Of course, Gene Sanford, a former winner at Mid-Ohio. But of course she could win here today and punch her ticket into the playoffs. Again, a reminder, the Cup Series not running the road course here, but they will run the oval here at Indianapolis. That race will be tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. It will be a double points race for the Gel Cup teams, so something these guys all want to keep in mind. But for some of these guys who are running in the Cup Series, maybe not for points, or, in this series, maybe not in the running for the championship, for them, it's all about having fun right now. I mean, for one, Mohammed Zain Abdullah, he's not running here on the road course tomorrow, but obviously seat time, having some fun. Oh, I think Dave Hashey might have clipped that wall. See, the lap time should pick up here. Again, the 7-Eleven IndyCar Series ran here last season. We saw some exciting racing. The stock cars last season with the Lyft National Series really didn't... I don't think it necessarily lived up to expectations. But could that change today will be the real question. Of course, the big question as we come to 10 to go, obviously, pit strategy could play a factor in this race. And it may play a huge role in this race. Because it's definitely difficult to pass here under green flag situations. See, Sanford holds about a 1.5-second lead over Dave Hashey, a guy who's been pretty good on these road courses. I believe he's already got a win this season, not on a road course. Of course, these two were teammates last season over at Junior Motorsports. But if you recall last season, it was a battle between Dave Hashey and Ben Crouch. Those two are the ones battling it out for the win in one of these races. Of course, Ben Crouch is here today, but he is running in the B race in a little less than 2 hours. So maybe a chance at redemption after Ben Crouch did not get the win despite winning the pole as a one-off driver. See further back, it's really starting to get spread out here. It's about 3 seconds back for Dave Hashey. And now we'll see. Does Jean Sanford make the wide entry into this corner to pit? And she does. So will the 1 Dave Hashey, the 7 Riker Fade, and the 8 Roberto Crown, the 81 Mohammed Zain Abdullah, Max Anderson, Trevor Collins, Dario Vasquez, Pretty Sean. It looks like actually the whole field not even going to play any strategy here. They're just all going to come in. Oh, the 5 made the last second decision, and he's going to lose a spot because of it. And you got to imagine this 81 team, of course, they're pitting right here. The other thing about having a one-off deal, of course, at Eldora it's one thing because you're not really pitting. You know, in the All-Star race, which we were supposed to have, is another. You know, oh, it looks like the 81 gets off clean and will keep the position. But it's so tough here because you pit backwards like you do at Watkins Glen and Road America. And on top of it, you're pitting with the crew you've never worked with before. But it looks like Mohammed Zain Abdullah made the best of his first stop. So that's a good sign for them. And that gap has grown. For Jean Sanford, she is the leader. Dave Hashey is second. And basically behind Jean Sanford, she's got a whole mess of junior motorsports cars because Riker Faden is in third. Then you got Roberto Crown Jr. hanging out in fourth. You got Mohammed Zain Abdullah riding in fifth. Good run for the one-off driver in the field. Max Anderson runs sixth. You got a battle for seventh. Really, I believe the only battle going on track right now. So we'll keep an eye on this. For seventh, I believe Pretty Shaw has got it. And indeed she does. So Pretty Shaw in seventh. Trevor Collins in eighth. Ninth is Alexander Rowe. And now he's looking for the eighth position. Won't get it. Dario Vasquez hangs out in 10th. In 11th, you've got Samet Ozkan. Then in 12th, you got Dylan Young. 13th, Dylan Ibrahimian. 14th is Keith Stevens. 15th is Tim Randolph. 16th is Tyler Blurick. 17th, you got Dan Hummel. 18th, you got Kyle Orlando. In 19th, you got Austin Horton. And in 20th, you got Cliff Clark. How's about that? Not every day you go through the field and you could get all the people that took the green flag. That is just remarkable that we can do that in a 20-car field. So that's through the field. You saw some battles. There's really not many going on. Kind of calm before the... Maybe a calm before the storm? We'll see. Here we go. We come to 5 to go this time. Jean Sanford, the race leader, looking for her first win of the season at Johnny Davis Motorsports. And looking to punch her ticket into the Jello Cups, or into the Lyft National Series playoffs, rather. Lead maintains at 3.5. Here we go. It's 4 laps of racing to go. And again, the big question. Oh, something happened to the 6. And look at things heating up back here. These cars all really close and battling for position. And I'm gonna guess, if I had to take an educated guess, I believe the 6 car might have just backed or slammed right into the back of the 22 of Trevor Collins. That'd be my educated guess. As you see, pit stops, and I called it right here. Is this another stop where everybody's going to come in? I imagine Dario Vazquez is going to have a lot of damage to fix, because I can't imagine he can see very well out of the front of that, out of the front windshield there. And then Trevor Collins is going to be iffy right here. Oh, the 34 makes the last second call to the pit lane. So everybody's in. See, it's right sides on the 1. He's out and away. Bunch of guys just going 2 tires. Oh, the 2 and the 22 and the 19 got together. And I think the 6... Oh no, the 6 is good, but the 26, Austin Horton. He might be done for the day, and he will. Tough end for Austin Horton in the number 20. You see the 22 being held on the pit lane. He's fixing damage. The 6 Dario Vazquez just ripped off the hood, and they went. Probably the most action we've seen here on the Indy Road Course so far. Here we go, we come to 2 laps of racing to go. Gene Sanford, how big is the lead this time by? 5 seconds. Unless something unforeseen happens, I think Gene Sanford's got this one in the bag. They're saying the 26 got in an accident, but I didn't see anybody really touch the 26. So probably a mislabel there. As we come to the white flag this time. Back up onto the front stretch. It's 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. And look at the gap from first to second. And should I note as well, we gotta give kudos to this 81 team. I mean, I know it's a lap early, And there's still, as you can see, a lot of racing to do. Man, Mohammed Zain Abdullah could very well come out of this with the top 5. And this would be a great day for a guy who's only running this race this season. Big day for Mohammed Zain Abdullah in the number 81. We'll see if he can pick up any other positions, maybe make a threat at the top 3. But up front, this race has been, much like last season, Indy races, one-sided, to say the least. We mentioned turn 1, lap 1. Always a moment to watch here on the Indy Road course. Gene Sanford, always one to watch on the road courses. Needless to say, I think we got it right here. As through the final corners and back up onto the front stretch, Gene Sanford is going to pick up the win here today at Indianapolis. Congratulations to Gene Sanford. She gets the job done on the Indy Road course. See that gap closed a little. Oh, and Mohammed Zain Abdullah gets bumped from the top 5 by Max Anderson. But nonetheless, a good day for the 81 team. It's tricky to really get a good pit stop in on a track where you're pitting backwards and you're only running one race. So you got to give them props for doing what they did today. But the day belongs again to Gene Sanford. Congratulations to the 4 team. We want to thank you for watching. We're going to show you results and your standings, and we will be back next race when the Lyft National Series takes on the Lucas Oil Raceway Park. Until then, goodbye everyone.